And greetings and salutations from the My One Cent podcast, everybody. Welcome back. Gentlemen, welcome back. The guys are back. Four horsemen are here, back together. Gentlemen, how was your wet and wild day here in this beautiful South Florida climate?
Very boring.
Dude, I sent you guys the video of what my front yard looked like. It's still high. It's just now calf high, not knee high anymore.
Still very boring.
So how we doing, everybody? Everybody good? Everybody had a good weekend?
Very good.
Yes, it's okay, guys. So tomorrow is Tuesday, so that will take care of all the flooding.
All the flooding, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, good to have you guys back for another episode of the show. Obviously, we're talking Dolphins. We're gonna go ahead and recap this huge win, because this was a huge win. We had talked about it last week. You know, it would have been one of them games that if we did lose, it wouldn't break us. But we'll see. Well, we're not there yet. But I don't know, man. We won. We won on their field, and they played well. It wasn't like they didn't show up either, because they did. We basically, I guess I don't want to call it a shootout, so to speak, because they wasn't like they both had through for 5 touchdowns. But I mean, there was some big plays made. The Kirk play, the nice little dime to this other tight end that we have, apparently.
It was technically a shootout.
Well, yeah, I guess. But if you look at the score, you're like, damn, the high scoring game.
Especially when we tied the game up, or when we were up, when they called the PIs on Xavier Howard, that's how you know they really wanted to make it a shootout.
So, yeah, very big win. Very big win. Puts us in a position that we obviously are happy to be in. Didn't know if we'd be there. Man, I don't know. I'm kind of like in one of those places where I'm like, fuck, I'm super jacked up. It's but for many years with this team, you know that we'll have those weeks, we'll have those games, we get jacked up, and then the next week they shoot us right back down to reality. But this is not the same team, man. Like, who was it that came on F1 Network the other day? Was it the wide receiver
Burleson?
Burleson? He said this ain't your grandpa's Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah. That was Burleson.
This is not your grandfather's Dolphins. It's not my grandfather's. It's not my mom's Dolphins. So this is our Dolphins. This is, man, like Justin was mentioning last week, this is something special that we're starting to build here. Somebody tweeted out yesterday or today, I think, that it has to feel good to know that we have our quarterback and our head coach
for
the next decade in place. And that's something we haven't felt since Shula. Shit. Right. And how long ago was that? Were you any of you even born? Were you born? I don't know, bro. Crazy.
You weren't thought of yet.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm sure all of you were alive when Shula was coach, obviously. I mean, I'm old. I was there. I saw him coach live and in person. So, yeah, it was huge. It was huge. I'll go around the horn real quick, and actually, I haven't even introduced you guys like I always do. You people know who everybody is: Brandon, Alex, Justin. Sure. Their handles will pop up next to their faces sooner or later, and you'll know how to find them. And so we'll go around the horn, and we'll talk about the game, see what you guys thought. You know, anything that stuck out. Plenty did, I think, as far as I'm concerned. So actually, since Brandon wasn't here last week, and happy birthday, by the way, we gave you a little shout out.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
On the podcast as well, because you don't listen to it, you wouldn't know. So yeah, welcome back, and we'll go ahead and start with you. What's your take from this huge Dolphins victory?
Definitely the best win in the Flores era, or the biggest win, I would say, in the Flores era. You know, I was saying after we had beat the Jets that, you know, the best thing to do was to at least split the next two, which is either the Rams or the Cardinals, and we won them both. Now going into the 4 softest games on our schedule, man. I mean, we have to feel really good about where we're at, and yeah, man. And Tua just flashes of Alabama last night.
Yeah, we'll get to
my favorite play. My favorite play was the double screen seam pass to Smythe. That play call was amazing, and just the wiggle, man, the wiggle. He has the wiggle back. He's 100%, like I've been saying all training camp.
Well, we're definitely gonna get to Tua. Anything else as far as the game goes overall that you want to talk about?
I mean, obviously, I would like to see Ahmed get more carries now. That Jordan Howard experiment's done, unless we're like at the 1 yard line. I mean, the guy has 4 touchdowns already. That's crazy to me. Definitely excited about Breida coming back this week. I think he's a starter now, and we'll see, man. We'll see what the running game is.
That's another thing that we're definitely gonna have to touch on, because man, that shit is. It feels like it's existent, but it's just not effective at all. It's like we got somebody back there. We'll run a decent play here and there. We'll get a couple yards, and then it's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I didn't really feel it as much this week in the sense because I feel like Tua was just doing what he had to do to.
When you have a quarterback like that, it's you can kind of get away with it.
I mean, it ain't gonna be like that though. We can't keep that going either. We can't expect to keep winning if we can't get that little support from the running game. So definitely something that they're gonna have to address as best they can with what we have now. Because I mean, it's there's no trades now, right? I think you can still trade. No, none. Isn't there a certain shit that can be worked out after the trade deadline
No,
to bring somebody in?
Gotta just hope somebody can get released.
Okay, so we only can sign guys off the waiver. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody of any prominence to help us in the immediate future doing that. So, yeah, I guess it's either going to have to be one of these guys is just going to have to, this Ahmed guy, who knows, maybe we got a diamond in the rough, or Ahmed. I don't know. To me, it says Ahmed, bro. I see
it says Ahmed. That's how.
I don't know. A-H-M-E-D, dude. That's Ahmed to me, but hey, these guys on TV were, they pronounce things, correctly because they're professional broadcasters.
I remember they used to call Kenyon Drake and shit.
So, yeah, we definitely got to address that. Alex, sir, how are you doing this evening, sir?
Oh, man.
Good.
You have a quarterback, man. It's
a quarterback, sir.
The most important position in sports we don't have to worry about anymore.
Barring any injury, yes, you're right. No.
Yeah, knocking on this material here. I don't know if it's
wood or wood there, buddy.
Yeah. Very, very happy, very impressed. I've never seen a 49-yard field goal make it short by the Arizona kicker. That was shocking because I mean it's not even snowing. You're in a it was closed, right? So there was no elements involved. So I don't know what happened there. That was strange.
I thought he made it. I'm like,
and part of me was hoping he would make it. I wanted to see what Tua could do with a minute 40 left.
I was not to be negative or negative Nancy here. We're celebrating a victory, but I was surprised that the Dolphins went for a field goal. I thought they were going to go for it on fourth down, to try to score, because then you don't want Kyler Murray to get the ball. That was my thought process. But I guess they saw it. The defense has been playing so well this season that hey, I had no problem with it.
Yeah, they trusted to make a play. Yeah.
But Kyler Murray. Let's face it, the guy had 100 yards rushing.
And he had the best game of his career.
4 touchdowns. The guy had a really good game. And again, as I've mentioned, as many of us has mentioned in prior podcasts, that's our problem on defense. We have trouble with mobile quarterbacks, a la Kyler Murray, Cam Newton the first week. If we play Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, something like that, that could be an issue. That's why we need that linebacker, man. We need that spy on that quarterback. So we don't have that guy right now. So, but shit, let's be positive here on offense, bro. This guy was making throws, and what's very important, Tua made a lot of big plays scrambling that Ryan Fitzpatrick would have been in an infirmary probably. He probably would have been dead. So
every time he was gonna get hit, I'm like.
And what I like about Tua is he makes a instinct instantly. He knows what to do right away. Right. He doesn't falter when there's pressure. Like he's right away. Boom, this is not happening. Next read, bam, that's it. Everything is quick. Now, on offense, we have some issues. Preston Williams got hurt again. Mm-hmm. From my understanding, and someone can fact check me, I think it's a foot injury, but it's not like an IR situation or anything like that. But again, now he's in another injury for him. So it's bad because we don't have that guy that you guys have been saying that can take the top off of defense. We don't have that guy. You know what I mean?
We might have that coming. Fucking activate him.
No, I know. Yeah. So, I mean, Tua did as much as he could. We don't have that guy that could catch a screen pass or a short pass and take it to the house. We don't have that guy. So
Breida.
When Breida comes back, and our running game, you don't even get me started. It's one I think is the worst in Dolphins history.
It's bad.
It's awful. And when I saw Kalen Ballard score a touchdown for the Chargers, I'm like, wow.
You texted me. I was like, this guy, bro.
And they play here next week.
Revenge game.
Yeah. And by the way, the Dolphins are wearing their throwback jerseys on Sunday.
The white ones, baby.
It's confirmed. So that's going to be cool against Justin Herbert, but I know we're going to talk about that later. Defense, again, Emmanuel, I don't know if that's Cameron Wake out there or it's, Ogba, but man, 2 weeks in a row, a strip sack, and then it's, to the house.
Scoop and score. And like I said over the weekend, my second favorite draft pick of this draft is Sir Brandon Jones there. But I got him. That guy's just everywhere, bro. He made the perfect block.
I questioned the pick. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, why are we getting another safety? But bro, that guy, smart player.
He's a smart player.
I mean, I was gonna be more sarcastic than anything about it because he was like at the right place at the right time. But his name is called a lot.
He's playing like the hybrid role right now on our defense.
And I don't know if there's been a Noah sighting. I mean, I haven't seen him do anything.
Oh, well, he returned a punt. Yeah, didn't he return a punt?
Two kick returns.
Look, I don't want to be negative about him. You know what I mean? Like, I question the pick to this day. I think we should have went another way. But he hasn't been an impact for this team at all. Brandon Jones has been probably way more of an impact than Noah, right? So
I mean, Nick Needham has been stepping up a lot last 3 games at least. But let's see if he continues to be consistent.
And so going forward, I mean, look, like you guys were like Brandon was touching up. The next 4 games, we have to come out of that minimum 3-1 minimum.
I don't see how we would lose any of them games.
4-0. No, but I'm saying, like, sometimes, bro, you're on such a high and then you have a clunker.
Right.
You lay an egg.
You're right.
Look, the Steelers almost lost to the Cowboys with an XFL quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, anything can happen, So we can't take no team lightly. And if we go 3-1, that will make us, what, 7-4?
7-4.
Something like that. That's big.
And then you got Kansas City at home, and then you got New England at home after that. So
the Kansas
8-4.
8-4.
Kansas City would be Kansas City. Even after Kansas City, man, you have like I said, you have New England next. So you 5 out of your next 6.
And Kansas City isn't unbeaten. Isn't unbeatable. So
yeah, but I'm talking it up as a loss. We're not there yet.
I'm chalking it up as a loss myself. I'm just saying there's a lot of games between that game. More time for Tua to get comfortable, the offense to get comfortable with him. Guys can maybe we get a playmaker out of in the next 4 games. Maybe somebody steps up on the receiving corps. We develop more of a cohesive offense with Tua and more of we're scoring. Aren't we averaging 30 points or 20 some points a game?
Like 29 points. I mean, Miami has receivers, bro. It's not like they don't have bums.
No, I agree. They're
just missing a certain receiver. That's it. Miami has receivers.
Right.
Justin, what are you gonna throw in the ring here?
All right, we need to give Igbenogany just a pass, bro. This is his 3rd season ever playing the position of cornerback.
Should have been picked in the first round.
I was gonna say they shouldn't have picked him in the first round, and that's the Dolphins' fault too.
Yo, all of you putting down, bro. But listen, it's about potential. You let Brian Flores get his hand on a guy who's athletically gifted, and he sees a lot of potential in. Brian Flores has proven that he's a coach that we can agree knows what the hell he's doing. So if he likes a guy coming out of college, who are we being like, all right, yeah, he's a bust after first.
Yeah,
first
I question
it's a rookie year. And
just real quick.
All right, tell me real quick.
I don't like the fact that you have arguably when he's healthy the best corner in football in Howard. Then you sign Byron Jones to the largest corner contract, and then you draft in the first round an outside corner because he's not a slot corner. He didn't play a single snap at Auburn in the slot. And as a matter of fact, his scouting report is an outside corner. He's a boundary corner. That's why I question the pick and why he did that.
Well, but he just was saying he's probably Flores saw the ability, the talent. He probably thought to himself, you know what, I can make this guy into.
The kid's probably not going to play boundary corner unless somebody gets hurt for the next 3-4 years. So why even waste the pick now?
Yeah, well, look, we don't hit on every pick, guys. There's not one coach I hit.
Not about hitting a rookie, and corner's the hardest position.
It's about a stupid pick.
That's why I'm telling you.
But how do you know it's
you're gonna have those? So
it's a stupid pick because he's not going to play boundary corner on this football team in the next 3-4 years.
Would you tell the Lions that Jeff Okudah was a stupid pick? I'm pretty sure he barely even plays for the Lions.
Who did the Lions have when they drafted Okudah? Because they got rid of Darius
but people were saying Jeff Okudah was the best corner coming out in years, and he's done absolutely nothing. He's been one of the worst corners on that team. But so let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes on a guy who's only played 3 seasons.
Didn't have any corners though.
But you're not getting what I'm saying.
We
clearly,
have 2
as usual.
top 5 corners.
This is what I'm getting. Look, I'm gonna referee this 1 second. You're just saying, okay, fine, give him a chance. He's not saying the kid is bad. He's just saying that it was a stupid pick.
Yes,
I agree with that.
He could be the best corner in the world next year. We have Xavier Howard and Byron Jones already. Don't need him.
But the response is that if you play cover 0 and you have 3 wide receivers, regardless if he's in the slot or on the outside, and you have 3 corners that could lock down people because you're playing cover 0. That's why we got him, because we think that he can be a beast at man coverage. And if he does that while we're showing cover 0, then he's a perfect pick.
If you look at the way the board, we could have had better value at that pick, because now we're fucking starving We're starving for a running back right now, by the way. But no, let's go draft a corner who might not even.
Yeah, we probably should have drafted my boy Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's been the best running back coming out of the draft. That 4 of you hated, thought he was not even the 4th best running back, but I digress.
He plays for the best offensive.
Okay, yeah. He's better. He plays for the best. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, yeah. Okay.
So again, we said it.
You guys can't tell me. You guys can't tell me that we had better options at 30, bro.
I thought we've said it since the day of the draft. We've talked about it. Of course, we know they had better options there. Whether it was offense or defense, we had better options.
The kid literally cost us 2 games. And you know what, bro? I didn't even put most out of it on him. I put some of that on Flores for leaving him 1-on-1 all game against Stephon Diggs. So yes, that is Flores. So as a matter of fact, when I said Flores looked unprepared, I was in the right by saying that.
At the time.
And tell about how he wasn't a good fucking coach and how that we should pump the brakes on Flores after no preseason with basically another brand new team with no chemistry and all that. And I'm pretty sure you guys were questioning the pass rush too. Oh, where's the scheme rush on the pass rush?
Yeah, you heard me say it. I said it from the beginning. They were playing like shit. We had no pass rush, no pressure.
So if our defense can progressively get better, obviously the guy who's been 3 seasons, he can get better. I mean, fuck. Anyways,
talking about.
I'm not gonna argue that either with you. I agree with what you're saying.
I'm not. Noah has talent, bro. Nobody on this show is arguing that. I'm just arguing that Miami have more needs and get a 4th corner. That's it.
And I don't disagree with that either. And I don't think
that's my point.
I don't think
but I'm trying to give you the thought process and what they're going. Yeah, maybe we had better needs, but if you're playing cover 0, your need is another corner.
Okay, but
all I know is that right now we cannot run the fucking football. That's all I'm gonna say. I can be a better running back right now. I'd rather have Kalen fucking Balazs right now.
See, I feel that since we had the first, I thought that was a place we could use. If we only had 1 first-round pick, then no, I'm not taking a running back. I'm gonna take needs. But having the 3 picks that we had, and that being the last pick, 30, you could have said, you know what, a luxury pick. Let's get a fucking running back that's gonna be a fucking star, and fuck it, and that's it. And now we have the chance to do that this year with the kid from there's guys to
with Etienne and Harris and even the kid from Oklahoma State, bro. I'm still kind of glad that we're gonna adjust the position in this draft because there's better backs this year. But
I hope it.
But yeah, I know he was talking about the game and shit like that, so we'll get back to that.
But, go ahead, Justin. Get on your game stuff. We'll move on after you
All right, so it went from me talking about the game to defending Noah Igbenogany for 5 solid minutes.
Talking draft, which I didn't want to do at the beginning. I said I didn't want to talk draft, but go ahead.
Technically, we're talking about the pass draft. So.
Well, it's still draft talk.
Honestly, the defense, they may have let up 31 points, but I feel like if they played against any other quarterback but Kyler Murray, the game's not even close. It's not even close.
They gave up 31 points to a really good offense.
A guy who threw for 280 and ran for 100. I mean, no one we're going to play for the rest of the season is as quick as Kyler Murray. The way that he can go from 0 to 100 within 2 to 3 steps is ridiculous. He might be quicker, not faster, but quicker than Lamar Jackson getting up to his speed. I mean, he is fast and he's dynamic.
I'd rather have Kyler Murray than Lamar Jackson right now.
Oh, me too. Guaranteed 100%.
So the way we were getting pressure on him, because we got pressure on him, he's just so fast that. Do you think that Justin Herbert's getting out of there, or
no.
Or I think the only person that could legitimately get out of there would be Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray. Patrick Mahomes isn't avoiding that because we are flying all over the thing on defense, and there were phantom calls that they were calling, the Christian Wilkins face mask that wasn't even close to the face mask. 3 out of the 4 pass interference calls against Xavier Howard were iffy at best. They just felt bad for DeAndre Hopkins.
Especially the 4th and 1, Justin.
Have they ever called so many pass interference on one guy in one game?
Justin, you saw the one on 4th and 1 where he rolled out and we had him locked and he just threw the ball.
He literally was going back for the ball and DeAndre Hopkins hit him.
Yeah. Oh, and Xavier Howard even turned around, bro. You know how many catches DeAndre Hopkins had in the first half? Zero. You know how many targets he had in the first round? In the first half? Zero. And the NFL said, hey, we have to get the best receiver in the game.
I mean, and then not excluding the count that we had a fumble by Van Ginkel on the kickoff that they recovered, and that fucking touchdown thing that they called.
Dude, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, they called it incomplete, and then after further evaluation from not seeing the play for a minute and a half, they overturned it, and then you go to look on the replay, and nothing says that's a catch. What did he have in bounds? I felt like his shoulder and his head were out of bounds when they got full possession.
He had a feet in bounds, but what I thought was incomplete was that I thought Byron Jones and the receiver both had possession of the football.
Correct, but they explained it on the air, and he said something about, because when you come down with it and it's that, they always give the
tie goes to the receiver. But I saw him get full, I saw him gain possession. He took it out of Byron Jones's hands while he was out of bounds. I never thought he had full possession. I don't know. I thought Byron Jones had full possession until it went out of bounds.
At the end of the day, bro, Byron Jones has to come up with that play. I don't give a fuck. Byron Jones has to make that play.
The guy made a great play, though.
Stop going like this and put your hands up and catch it, bro.
But, dude,
make a fucking play. That's why you don't have a pick in 3 seasons.
I couldn't believe that. And they mentioned that. I couldn't believe that they gave that guy the touchdown. I can't believe that. I was like, what? Really? It was a top 10 play. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, if our defense is, I'm the guy in the podcast. Well, other than Alex, because I don't think Alex is as of a homer as everyone else. But I'm the least homer character in this little group. We can all agree. Right. And I want to say something that's going to be. I think the Dolphins have a top 5 defense in the league right now.
They're the best defense in football right now.
Right now, because I'm telling you, if it's not Kyler Murray, they probably scored maybe 7 to 10 points that game.
I believe so too.
Because we were all over them. We're flying. We look fast. We're causing turnovers. We should have had more turnovers. I mean, they kept going on 4th and 1 that you can't stop Kyler Murray. Because it was funny. I was sitting there and it was 4th and 1 and they did a QB option play to Edmonds. And Baker was in an impossible position where he had no outside leverage to cover the running back and he couldn't really let Kyler Murray pitch it. So he let him get the first down but made the tackle. And it's funny because that was perfect play by him, but you just can't beat that situation with the defense we ran. So it's like Kyler Murray literally willed his team to 31 points. And it's amazing. I mean, I know I was young, but I haven't seen a defense like this since, 2000 to 2002 defense with Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain, Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, and them boys. I haven't seen a defense been this dominant and have Brian Flores trust our team. Just throwing pressure. I mean, Kyler Murray looked confused. He looked confused. He's just such a good player that he just gets out of it.
Yeah.
I think there was one point in the game that they had sent everybody up to the line, and the guy I think had mentioned on the TV, he's not going to send everybody here, and fucking there. Everybody's he's
the fucking first possession of the game.
He's not going to just send everybody here. Well,
that was the fumble. That was the fumble.
He's not going to do what you think he's going to do. He's doing
bro.
He needs honestly,
to do. Let me pull something up here. Hold on. Let me get the.
And while he's pulling something up, bro, the little things that the team is doing this is called filler bustering if you don't know. While he's looking stuff up. So
I like to get to the least fanboy, the second least fanboy on the podcast too, if we can, Alex. The second to last homer, at least second homer here.
Look, real quick. Look, Miami has the Chargers, Broncos, Jets, and Bengals the next 4 games in that order. I honestly believe I see 2 or 3 blowouts on that. I just don't think Justin Herbert is never not going to come here. And listen, bro, if he's confused, if Flores is confusing these other quarterbacks, just imagine what he's going to do to a rookie quarterback. I understand Tua's a rookie too, but I mean, we have probably one of the best defenses. Denver's still kind of tough just because it's at Denver, and then obviously Jets, Bengals. You know what we're going to do with that. So
yeah. Herbert's been lighting it up too, so it's not going to be fun. I mean, I get it as a rookie, but I mean, they got weapons too.
He hasn't faced a defense like us, though.
Oh, I get that. But, I mean, we can't take nobody lightly anymore.
I know. We're not.
No.
We're at home.
Herbert's putting up 300 yards a game.
Dude, it's and I don't. I mean, he aside from Keenan Allen. I mean, because is Hunter Henry healthy? Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah.
But I think
I was just trying to think of his weapons. I mean, as far as
they have Mike Williams too, but Mike Williams is like an on and off player, bro. He's either really on, or he's really off.
I think Eckler's still injured.
Yeah, he's out.
And the other dude just
and
got
Justin Jackson. Their starting running back on Sunday is Kalen Ballard. So you know what that means? The Dolphins is going to turn them one-dimensional.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. Well, good. Obviously more good than bad. There wasn't much bad other than giving up as many points as we did, but we kind of accepted it because you're playing them. So let's move on to the most important part, I think, of this game for us. Tua, his performance, the takeaways for you gentlemen from his performance. Alex, I'll go ahead and start with you.
Before I give my analysis, I want to give some love to Jason Sanders. We don't give any kicker love here. So 20 for 20, right? He hasn't missed a kick. So the guy has been tremendous.
Best kicker in football. So and that's right there is why they kicked the field goal at the end of the game.
Yeah, these are not like pooch kicks. These are, 40, 50-yard kicks. These are not gimmies.
Yeah, I'm very confident when he comes out on the field.
But let me not jinx it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, no, I know, because every time they say it he's 20 for 20 coming into his kick.
I have to interject right now. So I'm watching the Dolphins, right? And he's going for the 56-yarder or whatever to go up 34 to 31. I don't know if it was a 56 or a 50. And my dad goes, "Oh, that's my boy Sandy. He don't miss." I'd never been so angry in my life that someone said that he wasn't going to miss. I was so angry, and if he would have missed, I would have fought my dad. All right, continue.
That's how it happens. Happens in basketball, happens in football, happens at the free throw line. Oh, he's perfect for the game.
Justin, your dad calls him Sandy?
He was making a joke. He was like, "Oh, that's my boy Sandy. He don't miss."
Okay, so the Flying Hawaiian.
Flying Hawaiian.
Well, I mean, it was inevitable because I knew the first week they were going to be very conservative with him. They weren't going to open up the playbook, but luckily, our defense, and there's a Jakeem Grant sighting in special teams. That's, because let's face it, the second half of the Rams game, the offense was horrible. Right. They didn't score 1 point in the second half against the Rams.
Dick Gainey took that to heart this week because he had to, but yeah, I think he's like, yeah, we got to open this up a little bit. So,
but listen, with Tua, yesterday they, the guy made dimes. Though that throw to Preston Williams was amazing. Max Hollins, if I'm saying his name right, in the end zone.
Another tight end. Where did we get this guy from?
He's a receiver.
End.
Yeah,
he's a tight end. Looks like a tight end.
He's a receiver.
But this guy, the ball placement, this guy throws the ball where only the receiver can catch the ball. Like, it's not like, a 50.
Just look at that 3rd and 9 play, bro. Back at the end of the end zone, bro. To Parker. It's crazy.
And on 3rd down and long, Tua had some plays where he scrambled and he got the first down where Fitzpatrick would have been obliterated on those plays.
Yep.
So extending the plays that Fitzpatrick can't do that, because he's limited.
That play that he made where he scrambled ran to his left and then saw Parker on the other side and made a throw across his body. That's where we've been talking about that. This is why you need him to play, because Fitzpatrick can't do that.
Victor, you're there? Looks like he signed off.
Yep.
Oh, the Jets are playing. I forgot.
Yeah.
Who scored? Cam Newton.
I'm here.
No. It's okay.
We're good. I don't know where Justin. I guess Justin had to do something with the cats. Of course.
No, it's fine.
Not a my one's in podcast without the kids making an appearance.
Bro, and it reminds me, like, Tua reminds me, like, not even Breeze. I would say more like
Russ, bro.
Yes, like, he's elusive. He's not the fastest guy. Obviously, he's not Kyler Murray, fast or quick. Or he's elusive.
Yeah,
Russell
like Wilson, bro.
That little move he pulled on Bubba, whatever the fuck his name is.
Hey, if you look at that play from like the sideline, he clearly misses him. Yeah. I actually thought that he got a piece of him. That's why Tua fell. Tua fell because he tripped over his leg. But on the initial tackle, he completely whiffed.
What I love about that play was, and I watched it a couple times already, when he gets past the initial the blitzer and he comes out of the pocket. I feel like he sees him already, and he makes himself look like he's running this way, he's gonna get hit, and then he hits the brakes. He hit him at the at the perfect. Victor. He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
He 100% did that on purpose. Oh, you look at the replay, and he literally sees him, and then looks toward the sideline, and then he makes the move. You're 100% right.
He made me feel like he said to him, "I don't see you. You can come." And then bing, and then he's just. It was.
Kid's a stud, bro.
The guy, this kid is the bona fide leader of the team. Like you could tell.
Oh yeah. The guy's
hyped up. Yeah. He congratulates everybody, even the offensive linemen. The guy, bro. Look, and not to overreact, but this class of Tua Herbert is probably the best class in a good 8 to 10 years, probably. Mm-hmm. Maybe since the Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson class.
You forgot about the team that traded up for Jordan Love, bro. Relax. You gotta put him in.
Yeah, that was
talking about a team that needed needs, but fucking drafted some other need instead. Who traded up for someone.
That's another dumbass team.
Well, I mean, they're playing all right, so.
Yeah, because they have Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, okay, I agree. We're not going to do this, but I agree they had needs. But I think sometimes teams had to be vigilant enough to say, you know what, let's be sure that we have our, for example, the Patriots. They didn't have any plan for life after Brady. But maybe the Green Bay Packers say, you know what, let's think about life after Rodgers. And they bring a guy in now. The same thing they did with him. He sat for, 4 years before he got to start? Maybe they brought this kid in. He's going to sit there with him. He's going to do his thing.
Packers are pretty good already with, they had Driver and they had Greg Jennings already. But when your window's about to close, for the Super Bowl with Rodgers, you give him you got to give him the stuff, bro.
I get that too. But I'm saying they're not playing bad. But I also think that sometimes you got to look at those situations. And maybe this is what they thought. This is the best situation for them. There's a guy they could sit there and whatever. It was just, for them, it was the perfect situation. I would think. You had to be. It had to be for you to make that pick, considering you, like you said, everything that was, everybody was saying how much they needed. So, we're doing Tua with Alex, and we'll move on to the guys in a minute, but we'll let you get your final thoughts on Tua.
No. I think next week, against the Chargers, I will, not to nitpick or anything, because it was a great fucking game yesterday, but I would like to see a little bit more downfield throws, personally. Get guys a little bit more involved downfield, because it was a great game plan, but, maybe get Jakeem Grant downfield more, or anybody, because,
speed out there and see what we can do.
Because we're going to have a lot of opportunities. The Chargers are banged up on defense, Derwin James is out. I don't know if Bosa's out. I could be wrong.
He was out this week. I think he might be coming back, but
he's not 100%. Melvin Ingram, I'm not sure about him. So, they're banged up on defense. So, we're going to have a lot of opportunities. At home, the crowd's going to be, even though it's 13,000 still.
Yeah, but they're going to be up.
It's going to be, everybody will be hyped up in their mass,
That's what I like about
I can't wait till, we got a long way this year and we're in it, but I can't wait to be back at the stadium next year, full capacity, hopefully. Man.
I'll wait till you guys give your analysis. I have a question for you guys, but I'll wait till after. Something that I thought was interesting in college football on Saturday.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll make sure we don't forget to get to that. Yeah, that's the thing I like about what our schedule looks like upcoming before the Kansas City game. A lot of games that we can open up the offense, give this guy an opportunity to just, let it fly. Let's go. Because these teams we're playing aren't any good. They're not going to be good. And you don't want to fall in that trap, but I don't think that's going to happen to us. I think that we have a lot of momentum going with him, and it's just going to keep going. I don't think that shit's going to stop.
The hype is real right now. The hype is real.
The hype is real. The fucking get on the train now. Well, we've been we've been to the good and the bad. So this is it's a special time, to say the least.
These next 4 games are gonna be breezy, bro. In 2 weeks they're gonna announce.
I don't want to get too cocky.
In 2 weeks they're gonna announce Dolphins Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, bro. They're gonna flex us out.
Sunday night. Sorry, but if we win our next 3 games or whatever going into that game, and they need to flex that game. That would be stupid. That's the game right there.
Yep.
That's the game right there.
Let's see. Because that week that we play Kansas City, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Week 14. The Sunday night game. The Sunday night game's already Steelers versus Bills.
So it could be a good game if the Bills don't hit a fucking wall now, start struggling or something. But other than that, that would be a good game to watch. I'm gonna go up to Justin so we can get around the Tua talk, and then we can get this moving to the look at next week's game and call it a night. So let's go. Just what's your thought with Tua?
He's accurate, bro. He's accurate. And we talk about like him physically being twitchy. I feel like he's more mentally twitchy. The way he was going through reads, you saw him look off safeties a plethora of times. He was making great throws. I mean, it's things that you saw in Alabama that he just did again, just against the pros. And I feel like he had something to prove last night. He had something to prove. He was like, all right, well, everyone's talking about how I didn't have a good game. They didn't need me. Now I'm going to go against Kyler Murray. I'm going to whoop his ass again. Next week, I got Justin Herbert, who people are saying that is better than me. I'm going to whoop his ass. Then he's going to go against Joe Burrow, whoop his. Like, the thing about Tua is that as nice as he seems, you go around and you talk to his teammates, and they were interviewing during the draft process Xavier McKinney, and they were talking like, oh, what do you think about Tua? And he's like, yeah, he's a great guy, great leader. But the thing people don't know about him is he's a fucking dog. Like he said, Tua is a dog. So that's what I mean. We don't see practice, and he's serious, and he has those moments, but he's a dog. And I believe that, and I believe that he is just a different type of mentality quarterback that we haven't seen as a Dolphin in years. And you can see it. The team plays for him. The team loves him, and it's ridiculous. I fucking hate my cats, bro.
I love it. I don't care, dude.
It's just so annoying. They're just running around, fucking making a mayhem, bro, for no reason.
But to me, all that stems from where he comes from. Not just high school stuff. Just he came from it's Alabama, dude. It's Alabama. It's Nick Saban. It's preparation.
But I think he has a different type of confidence.
But I'm saying it helped that he went there and he worked under that, and because I thought he was the most prepared quarterback ready for the NFL. Like the kid, I don't expect him to. He hasn't missed a beat. He hasn't skipped a beat since he took the field. He didn't have the greatest game the week before, but we didn't need it, which was fine, and he knew that. That's another thing. He knew we didn't need that big game from him.
And so did Gailey, bro. Gailey knew we didn't need that.
So he's smart enough to say, okay, I'll do what I need to do for the game. What we got to do is what my coaches want. Because that's he came prepared. His head is strong. The kid knows what he wants to do, and we're gonna see it more. It's gonna. I don't see how it just does not keep climbing.
I'm happy that we have a quarterback finally that he's not labeled a fucking game manager.
Yeah, bro.
The perfect running game. This isn't a fucking Ryan Tannehill, bro.
We don't have to hear about handcuffs.
This kid's a playmaker.
Handcuffs off him. No, fuck that.
This kid's a playmaker. And as the season progresses, you're gonna see Gailey, pass the ball a lot more with Tua, man. I mean, you're gonna see it. It's gonna happen.
And you know what I heard a lot? Well, not a lot, but I was listening to Shannon Sharp and the other. Who's the white guy that no one likes?
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. So, wow, I'm on YouTube watching their show, and they're talking about Skip Bayless is Sharp is a Tua fan. Skip is not, and Skip was like, well, Kyler Murray just did this against the number 1 point differential team in the league. Tua Tagovailoa just did this against the 4th points against the league defense. Right. And, they don't give Tua as much credit. And, it's funny because I called my dad and I was furious. So right after the game, I'm driving home from my sister's and I'm listening to ESPN radio. And they were just talking Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert and never gave Tua a fucking time or a second. I don't know. It's because people just hate Miami or the Dolphins, but everyone just overlooks us. And you know what? Fine. It's fine. I'm here for it. And guess what? We're gonna win these 4 games. We're gonna be 9-3. We're gonna make the playoffs. And fuck it, bro. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. No cap. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding, but
you heard it here first, people. You heard it.
I'm kidding.
I'll tell you what. With this defense, if we get in the playoffs, we have a chance against anybody. Yeah,
I agree.
If we play Pittsburgh in the playoffs, we're gonna kill Big Ben, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I don't look, man.
I want that rematch from 2016.
The way, I'm with you. The way I was just thinking about that in my head too, but I was just thinking about that. The way things are looking as we progress, because we're trending upwards every week. Like it's getting better every week. Everything. We're as a cohesive unit. It's all coming together little by little. I haven't like you said. Look, we've won 4 in a row. So there hasn't been a game in those 4 games where we said, okay, we regressed. No, I think we keep progressing every single fucking game, and I don't see how that stops. And that's a scary thought. And look, they need to fucking activate Callaway already, bro. I'm sorry, but they need to fucking do it. That kid needs to step on the field.
He was promoted to the team. I think it's the lack of practice.
Correct.
I don't know, he said something about practicing, but as soon as they made room, bro, he was activated. He's going to play next week.
Kirk Merritt too, right?
For the game.
Yeah,
Kirk Merritt was promoted too.
That's the guy. That's the one that they. There was a thing on Twitter about him. Oh, the Dolphins expect big thing. I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
He got promoted.
Yeah, he got promoted. Correct.
And I mean, we had a lot of people COVID injuries too, man. We had 5 coaches not even show up.
Yeah, no,
I mean, we have Lynn Bowden, another guy.
A lot of people were talking shit about Cliff Kingsbury because they were saying, "Damn, bro, the Dolphins were down 5 assistant coaches on the sideline, and you still got your ass out coached."
Real quick, Brandon.
Don't just throw it away like that. Missing coaches like that in the NFL is big, bro. You don't have your position coaches on sideline to talk about adjustments and all that with your position group.
The tight end coach was the quarterback coach this Sunday.
Well, yeah, I saw that. The guys that were missing, I mean, I don't know, whatever. One guy who was the most important to me, I thought was the quarterback coach because it's for 2 and all that. But hey, let me tell you, the tight end guy did just fine as far as I'm concerned. As far as I can tell, it all worked out just fine.
That's because
he's the best tight end coach in the league.
Better. Where's the? We need to get Dan. What was his name again? The tight end.
Fuck that
Dan
guy.
Campbell. I love that guy. That guy was a shit.
Fuck that guy and his fucking
real quick. Let's finish Tua with you, and then
just to follow up with what Justin and Alex said, man. Just completely accurate, great anticipation.
So now what I mean, said, you don't follow up anything.
First of all, out of this whole entire panel, you didn't even want fucking Tua at the beginning, so I don't want to hear your mouth.
You're right. I admit it, and then you guys turned me, so that's what it is, bro.
That's all right, bro. We know you don't have an eye for talent.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's why I have you 3 on here, because I don't have an eye for talent. You're right.
But no, man. Obviously great, man. I mean, extremely accurate, a lot of poise. I mean, the kid just knows what he's gonna do before the snap. So, I mean, that's all I can say, man. I mean, they touch up on everything. The kid's that good.
The man of few words, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Mind Sim podcast.
The kid is that good, bro.
Now, looking up to next week's game, which I think is pretty cool, Tua versus Herbert. That's what they're going to bill it as, obviously.
They have to because the Chargers are 2-6.
I was just going to say that because they don't have anything going on over there as far as the excitement that we have.
2-0, and Justin Herbert's like 1-5 or 1.
Like that.
So
they said something about it took Tua only the two games to get his first 2 wins. And these guys,
he can have all the stats, bro. Give us all the.
No matter, and you know what the thing. No matter what the Bengals record is. They're going to try to promote Burrow versus Tua in the NFL.
Oh, of course. They're going to have the number 1 pick versus the guy who should have been the number 1 pick had he been healthy. That's what they're going to say.
And as coming out of the SEC, you know, that's how it goes.
But you know what, though? You said something. Justin just said something that this guy has all the stats, but you want all. Okay, you know what, though? I want stats, too, though. I want my quarterback to fucking go out there and throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns every once in a while. No, I know. I'm just saying, though. Because he said the thing about Herbert having the stats, but I'll take the wins. Okay, I'm with you too. I'll take wins too, but I want stats. I don't want this guy to go out there and fucking blow up.
Herbert's getting stats, but he's not winning. Tua is
sorry. Oh my God, the Jets took the lead.
Elite.
How funny.
Sorry? What?
The Jets took the lead.
Oh yeah. Tua is so elite that he's gonna give you the stats and he's gonna give you the wins, but he's that good. You're gonna see stats from Tua. That's
just to we were gonna do the. Yeah, Herbert versus Tua. I mean, I don't know how much there is to say about the game really because it's not like they're world beaters. They're not winning games. They're not playing well. Their excitement is that Herbert is playing well. So I guess they can feel better about that as far as the Chargers go. I don't really see much. I don't see us losing the game, barring any major injuries. Hopefully we get out of this game completely healthy, and they open up the offense for Tua. More, I think.
Tua surpasses 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
It would be really nice to see
that
happen.
The Dolphins win by 2 scores.
That would be nice, and that's definitely not out of the realm of possibility with the way we've been playing, with the way our defense has been playing. But yeah, I definitely want to see more downfield activity with Tua.
Defense will have another 4 sacks. It's gonna be.
It's fucking insane the way they're.
And
playing.
You know what, bro? We're in the throwbacks, bro. We ain't losing.
They really, it's like it went from night to day. It was crazy, fucking crazy. The way they all, I don't know how to explain it. It just happened. It just came together. A couple of weeks, we're talking shit. They suck. The defense is the worst we've ever seen. Blah blah blah. And then boom.
Oh, so you're talking about chemistry doesn't just happen overnight. It takes a couple of weeks.
Nobody ever said. Nobody argued that though. But nobody ever argued that. I just said that they weren't playing.
And first of all, it wasn't about gelling. I still say to this day, if Byron Jones is healthy for the Bills and Seattle game, we probably win.
And we score touchdowns against
Seattle. And as a matter of fact, if Tua starts against Seattle, we win the game, by the way. Anyways, but that's another story. If Flores doesn't put his rookie out there on an island by himself with Stephon Diggs and playing against Russell Wilson, we're probably talking about a different record now.
I just want to hear Alex's question.
Yeah. What's
No, for those I'm not sure if you guys saw the game on Saturday, Notre Dame and Clemson. It was a good game. Notre Dame is, I think it was double OT. But what I found interesting was, I don't know if you guys noticed, for those who saw it, when the game was over, the fans rushed the field.
Yeah, all of them.
So this whole, bro, look, I don't like getting political. You guys know me, but this shit, all of a sudden, nobody talks about it. All of a sudden, it's okay to rush the field. So I don't. This whole capacity of the stadium, like, I think it's gotten way too political. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but like, whether it's 13,000, bro, I've seen college football games this season where it's like 40,000 people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Groups all over the place, like
from the games I've seen, because I've been working at the stadium for you guys already know, at those stadiums, nobody's enforcing a mask rule at all. From what I was told by a good source of college football, the fans are sent like an email. It's not required, but in safety of others, wear a mask. However, in Hard Rock Stadium, because remember, these are on college campuses, but Hard Rock Stadium is a private business, so Garfinkel or Ross can say a mandate. It's annoying to tell fans to wear a mask the whole game. Like, I've gotten a lot of pushback from fans. A lot.
I mean, of course, I wouldn't doubt it.
I understand it's a private thing, but I kind of wish that, like, Hard Rock Stadium, just kind of stayed on the NFL, it would kind of be more of like an at your own risk type of thing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I kind of think that you kind of set that for everybody, and then it'll kind of weed out the people who don't want to go, who do want to go.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But doing at your own risk, then nobody would have a mask on, and then it'd just be. Look, I don't think you can do that, dude.
First of all,
but if you do at your own risk, you don't have to say, wear a mask for others. Like, no, if they want to wear a mask for themselves, that's their decision. I don't have to wear the mask.
I don't agree with that.
Bro,
look,
that must be so uncomfortable, bro.
It is. I have it on all day. Well, not all day. I take it down and put it on. Take it down and put it on. But I mean, yeah, it's uncomfortable. But I'd rather have that uncomfortableness than die.
My 2 cents are, like, in the stadium is, like, number one, it's an outdoor stadium. You're not indoors, and supposedly, according to the experts, outdoors is the best place to be because you're not enclosed. And the games I've worked, the nearest fan is like that's not your party, is like 20 feet away from you. You're nowhere near the other fan. So I don't know how a mask is gonna stop anything.
Well, like I said, we talked about it before. In your group, once you're sitting down, they should let you take your mask off.
I agree.
Think that's the way they should. Like in a restaurant, when you go in a restaurant, you go to your table, you take your mask off.
I agree.
So if you're in your group in your seats and you have everybody spread out like you say they are, then they should let people take your mask off there.
However, if it's 100 degrees outside or even if it's raining, Stephen Ross still wants the fans to wear a mask if you're not actively eating or drinking, which is ridiculous to me. You know what I mean?
You know what I think it is? I think it's more about liability than anything. I think if someone goes into the stadium and
if they
get coronavirus and there's no you don't have to wear a mask, but you get coronavirus. I mean, they'll probably try to sue Stephen Ross, so he's just covering his bases.
But that's why you have to, if you get the paperwork, anybody that buys the ticket, it comes with this paperwork. If you agree to these rules, you will be able to purchase these tickets. Like when you have to, on Apple and shit like that, when you have to click that box that says I acknowledge these things or whatever that, when you purchase tickets, it has to come with that. Hey, this is the risk. You're at your own risk here. If something happens to you, you cannot come back to us or sue the stadium or sue our team.
I don't agree with that. But a one.
Because as of right now, and as of right now, for the playoffs and the Super Bowl, it's only like 25% capacity.
25% capacity, correct.
That's
Which I think might change.
That's going to be so weird.
Yeah, no, to see a Super Bowl not full, the stadium full to the rim yet. Yeah, this shit's crazy, man. This shit's.
I'm telling you, I'm there, and fans are like, and for the Hurricane games, they don't allow alcohol.
That you told me about that, and I don't agree with that either. I mean, that's one thing that you guys, that Canes fans, I guess.
Yeah. So the fans are telling me.
Your games.
Yeah. So the fans
you need all the alcohol to watch that team play. So you need to be drunk.
The fans are telling me, what does alcohol sales have to do with COVID?
We have the same record as you, dumbass.
Like,
yeah, why are you giving us shots, bro? That was unnecessary. I was gonna say, when was the last time we both been top 10?
You guys are not gonna get fucking ripped by Alabama.
You almost lost to fucking NC State, so shut the fuck up.
But we didn't lose. So, I mean...
You guys are going to get ripped by Alabama. It doesn't really fucking matter. I could get 2 shits.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game, bro.
For what? How can you wait for that game?
I can't wait for that game.
Do you honestly believe you have a shot against Alabama?
Yeah, he's a fucking moron.
I think this year anybody. Did anybody think Notre Dame had a shot against Clemson?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, give me a break. Come on.
Yeah, if Trevor Lawrence plays, they wipe Notre Dame out.
We'll see, bro. We'll see what happens.
Bro, that's a big-ass Hawaiian guy, though. That motherfucker.
Yeah, that guy's...
La la. And I thought Tagovailoa was a hard name.
He's from Tua's.
That's another thing, too. Notre Dame did... Clemson didn't have fucking Trevor Lawrence, bro. Of course Notre Dame had a shot.
He has COVID.
I thought he already cleared that last week.
He didn't clear it enough time, I think.
Oh, I didn't even know he didn't play.
Listen, if I'm Trevor Lawrence, why even play another down in college?
We talked about that even from before all this shit started.
He was a fucking poster boy. He was a poster boy for let us play.
He should have never started that.
Your dumbass got to get on the field, buddy.
And I don't even agree with the way college football is this year. This Ohio State comes in late November and they're 3-0. They say, dude, this other teams playing later in the season. I don't think that's fair.
It's because of Big Ten, bro. It isn't.
I don't think it's fair.
You're talking about it from a Florida standpoint because
I'm talking about it from a team.
You're talking about no. I know you're talking about it because they just talked about it. They just talked about it on ESPN. They just talked about ESPN. I don't give a fuck if Florida and Ohio State both finish with 1 loss. Ohio State should get in because Ohio State will murder you guys.
I'm not even talking about that far down. I'm just talking in general that it's not fair that other teams got to play it.
I'm saying it now because
a month and a half later.
I know right now if Ohio State wins the Big Ten and somehow Florida wins the SEC, you're going to say Florida should be in over Ohio State because they play more games. Okay, Ohio State will kill you guys. And you know what? The voters will agree with me.
You don't know that for sure, so I don't care what the fuck you say. So, because until you get on the field, you don't know
Ohio State or Florida, guys.
Repeat that again?
Fresher and healthier? Yeah, you're right, Ohio State.
Justin Fields.
That's it. Florida doesn't even have a player even fucking close to what Justin Fields is.
That's fine.
I don't know. People are saying Kyle Trask might be a first-round quarterback. They are saying that. They're saying that there might be 5 quarterbacks in the first round. He's got
better numbers than your guys.
I'm taking Trey Lance and I'm taking fucking the kid from BYU over Kyle Trask.
I don't care what he does after he's Florida. So his prospect don't mean shit to me. I care about what he's doing on the field. And right now, he's better than your quarterback. That I know for sure. His numbers are better.
Kyle Trask is not better than De'Aaron King, by the way.
Numbers say he is. So, and nobody ever in the history of the SEC has gone 5 games with throwing 4 touchdowns or more.
Not to mention you have a fucking stupid ass head coach. Fill up the fucking swamp, even though I have 95 COVID cases.
Fine, bro. That's fine, bro. Whatever you want. I still think my team is better than yours, though.
In fairness, good win by UF. I congratulate you. Bear in mind, Georgia had like their 4th quarterback.
So I was gonna say good job to Vic, but then he just throws shots at Miami for no reason. But it's so hard to congratulate you on anything when it comes to college football.
He's a Miami hater, bro.
I do. You know I hate the Miami Hurricanes. I can't stand them. I hate them. I hate their fans. I hate all of it, except for you guys. You guys are my people. I don't hate y'all. But I hate everybody else. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm always going to take shots. I don't care, dude. And the fact that all the shit you're throwing back at me, it's all right, bro, because I'm not saying my team's going to go out there and win the national championship. But don't sit there and tell me that they don't have a shot. They don't have a chance. Any game, any week, there's always a chance. There's always a shot. And the team really has the only thing that I have an issue with this team this year, which is rare, is their defense. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that defense this year.
Agreed.
That's not the norm for Florida. Florida's defense has always been top. Always. Every year. They're a top fucking defense.
That man's an overrated head coach, bro.
Bro, I hate to be doing this, but I think we should be
10, 11, and he's probably gonna get the 12 wins this year.
Wrapping it up.
The guy or the 11 he's progressed every year to the next step. So I don't know how he's an overrated head coach.
He's gonna be the next Mark Ripp, bro. He's gonna have a great offseason. He's gonna great season. He's gonna have a great regular season, and then he can never win the big one. He's gonna be the next Mark Ripp of the FCC.
We'll see what happens. Because our next big one is Alabama in the SEC title game. We'll see what happens.
Because you don't play no fucking body else after that, before that.
You really want to do schedule talk? Because I think that's the stupidest argument in college football. Schedule talk is bullshit. Everybody.
How long has this podcast been going on for? Like
okay, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, and Kentucky, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Leave me the fuck alone.
You gotta play who they put in front of you.
Let me get out of here, bro.
NC State. Oh my God, NC State a world beater. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You play who they put in front of you, dude. That's just the way the game is, bro. Simple as that. And I don't give a shit. We have a weak schedule, we have a hard schedule. You gotta play and win the games they put in front of you, no matter what. So you want to talk? You can go to Ohio State schedule. Ohio State, who they play? So you want to argue the schedule shit? Who the fuck have you played? Because the only game you actually played, you got your ass beat with Clemson. So who have you played? You can make that argument for any team, especially this year, because this year sucks. This year is, I hate that they're even going to crown a national champion. I don't think any sport, except for football, because it started from the beginning, it's been all the way through, except for the training camp. No sport should fucking crown a fucking champion this year. Any short seasons, all that bullshit this year is insane. And this year with the college football, I don't agree with teams playing later, starting later. No, man, that's bullshit. That's not fair to other teams that started on time, played their games, probably got guys hurt because they played earlier. Now, how they just come strolling in here all nice and healthy and rested and shit while everybody's all beat up and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's bullshit. They should have never let them back in.
Ohio State would have gotten anyways, man. They're that good, bro. They're that good.
I'm not arguing that they're good or not. That's not what I'm saying.
Good,
I'm just saying that I don't think that the way the shit was played out this year is cool. That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with the way it came out. I think they could have started everybody at the same fucking time. This shit about starting a month later because now they decide they want to play after they said they weren't going to play. Nah, man. That's bullshit. I don't like that. But we'll see. Like you said, we will see. And on that,
fuck college football. To be honest, Dolphins are 5-3. I don't get two fucks, bro.
I mean, we got into because they brought, and I'm always going to take a shot. I am. So we went down this rabbit hole. You know,
that's okay.
I didn't expect to go down the rabbit hole.
I'm always gonna ask you how many rings you got, and that's if you can't fill up a whole if you can't fill up a whole hand with rings, don't talk to me, bro.
Can you fill up both your hands like Alabama can?
Are you an Alabama fan?
Hear them talk about it. Nobody cares about your 5 measly rings, dude. Okay. But nobody. You're at the bottom of the totem pole of teams with 5 rings or more, bro. You're at the bottom. Nobody cares.
On a positive note, the Jets are up 13-7.
Bro, you know what? You know why I think your butt hurt, bro? Because I think that the Hurricanes team is one of the greatest teams you've ever seen in your entire life. As a matter of fact, it's the greatest team in college football.
I said 2001 Hurricanes team
is the greatest team that you will ever see in your entire life. That's why your butt hurt. Because Florida will never even come close to that.
And no other program will either. So I can care. So every other fan of every other team is butthurt because they're not going to be as good as the 2001 Hurricanes. Bro, you're listening to yourself, dude. Do you listen to yourself, guys?
You know what, bro? I'm going to go on record with this right now on the podcast while everybody can hear us. This for Vic and for everybody else. If your team does not have at least 5 championship rings, do not say a word to me about your college football team. That's it.
That is the stupidest
It's over.
That has never been said on this show. Stupidest shit that's ever been said on the show.
LeBron cannot talk to Brandon.
LeBron cannot talk to me.
Stupidest statement ever aired on the My One
LeBron
podcast.
Is fucking LeBron is like 3-10 in the finals, but that guy can really not talk to nobody.
You don't have 5 rings, you can't talk, dude. You haven't been relevant for over 2 decades. And that's not gonna change. So stop talking about rings that you haven't. So, like we were saying.
All right, so if you enjoyed this show, like, comment, subscribe, hit those post bell notifications, comment down. Anything you want to comment. We don't care. If you talk to us, we'll talk back to you. Follow us on Twitter, My 1 Cent Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, My 1 Cent Podcast. Follow us on Facebook, My 1 Cent Podcast. I'm pretty sure we have an email at MyOnePodcast at
gmail.com.
And I'm pretty sure that we've been talking about a website for who knows how long, so you can get some merch. I don't have any merch. I don't even know if the website's live, but hey, you can still check it out. And please, guys, it's not one like ONE. No, don't be dumb. It's still one, like the number numero uno, like Tua Tagovailoa, the number one quarterback in your hearts and in the NFL. Best believe that.
All right, love it. All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining me.